All right, here we have the donor Bronco and the donor Ranger. I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna do with the pickup, but the Ranger for sure is for parts, and I'm going to start cleaning the parts out, taking the parts out that I'm going to keep, and then everything else will be scrapped. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Okay, I'm not going to bore you all with all this removal. I'm just going to go over real quick what we have here. Then once I take everything out, we'll let you guys know what we have. So we have a spare engine. According to the guy I bought this from, what's bad on this is the intake. But this is going to be spare. I'm going to take it apart, and I am going to rebuild one. The one that's going in the Bronco is the one that was on there. It was running, but the flywheel broke off. So I'm going to put that one back on there, and then I'm going to rebuild one. Maybe, I don't know, this is a 290. I don't know what I can do with it. Maybe put a mild cam on it. I don't know. But I want this engine back on there. So I got another radiator here, another radiator there. These are the original seats that came out of the car. The back ones are in perfect condition, so I am thinking about putting this where it doesn't get wet no more and get them redone. I'm gonna start putting all the parts in here. Got some more parts in there. Again, the transmission, this transmission is going into the Bronco. I want to make it manual. It's automatic. So I also got to take the brains out of this donor Bronco to put it on the other one. That's coming out. This engine is coming out. The last time this engine started, according to him, was about 8 years ago. They parked it. It was running, but again, it's all going to come out in pieces, and we're going to have just some spare parts for that. I'm going to take out as much as I can here for spare parts. Here's another container. There's a lot of stuff here. Master cylinder, we'll go over all that. Everything that I can take out for spare. I'm taking this hood, and then this fender and the door in good shape. The other Bronco, the red one, has some dents in here, and we'll talk about that later because I really want to keep that original patina in there and just put some clear coat on it. I'm going to take this glass out, the other one on the other side and the back. And then the Ranger doesn't have an engine. That's the engine that's in the back. The Ranger, he's got some parts in here that I gotta take out. Another intake, electronic fuel injection system's already on there too. Here's another radiator, and in the rear ends, the differentials, I'm not sure, but I was told these are better than the ones in the Bronco. So we'll talk about that later. I'm not doing no one-tone swap, none of that stuff. It's just going to be just how it came out of the factory, maybe a little bit better, just so I can get it on the road and have fun with it. The tires on these things are good. These tires are 4 years old, and it's a shame that I'm missing one of these wheels. It's got all four of them. I mean three. It's got three. I'm missing one, so I may just try to find another one of those because I like those. I like those wheels painted black. And that's it. So I'll come back once I get everything out. I don't know what to do with this Ranger yet. I don't have a title, but I can get one. But I just don't have the time or the room to have too much mess here. My goal is to get the red Bronco on the road. But it came with two extra vehicles, donor vehicles. So and then so I'm putting that tranny and transfer case on the red one, and this one has also a manual transmission with its transfer case. So I got an extra tranny, and that one's a 4-speed with overdrive. I don't know what this one is. It doesn't have the knob on there. It could be the same. I'm not sure. We'll do research. I'm new to all this stuff here, so I'm gonna do a good research and find out what it is. This visor looks like in good shape. Anyways, that's what we got right now. Like I said, I'll come back to you guys once we get all the parts out and see what we got. Okay, I'm gonna try to do a voiceover here on this video so you guys can see what I'm doing here. I will tell you that after I started taking a lot of these parts out, some of them are going to the scrap yard. I took out the transmission for this truck, the blue one, and the transfer case, the speedometer cable is connected to the transfer case, and when I took it out, it was cracked. I mean, it completely broke off the corner of the transfer case, and I had a little video on it. I don't know if I can find it. Maybe stick it in here. But anyways, yeah. So it was cracked. It was cracked for a long time because you can tell when the crack is recent or it's been cracked for a while. So the shiny part that cracked when I took it out was probably not even an inch long, and the whole thing was just cracked. I noticed another crack on another side of the transfer case. So I'm just going to take it out. I'm just going to take it apart and see if it's worth fixing it, because I know I can get the case for it. I can get, but I got to look at the internal guts of it to see why it cracked. But because it has another crack on the other side, it may just have broken gears inside. I don't know. But anyways, the transmission. Again, I have to go ahead and clean it. It's a 5-speed. So I I took out the brake booster, and I should have just junked that. The reservoir where you put the brake fluid. When I took it out, I went to open it. It literally just broke in my hands. It disintegrated, so brittle. If I remember right, this truck sat for like 10 years. And these things that I don't know. Honestly, like I said, a lot of these parts that I took out, they're going to end up in the scrap pile, because some of this stuff you can just get new at a cheap cost. They're not expensive, especially when it comes to the brakes. I'm definitely going to put a new brake booster if it needs it. I still haven't gotten to start working on the Bronco. If you guys saw the introduction to my channel, I'm a pastor. I have 2 churches. That's my priority. This is just a hobby. I love working on cars. I've been doing it since I was 16 years old when I had my first car, which was a '66 Mustang. So yeah, you car guys out there know what I'm talking about. So I just love doing this. It's stress relief for me. And I got a good deal on this Bronco, so I couldn't turn it down. But a lot of the parts, like I said, I'm taking out, and I'm just going to scrap them. Here's the AC unit. It's pretty cool because everything is right there, what you see. I didn't know that. Some of the newer cars, they have like the I don't know what you call it, maybe a condenser, but part of the AC is inside under the dash. Well, this is it right here. It's pretty cool, though. I like it because it's easy and simple. It has 4 bolts on the outside, and it has 1 bolt under the dash on the inside, and the whole unit comes out. Everything, the blower, everything is in there. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, if you need to change it, it's easy to change. My neighbor came over to me the other day and said, "Man, you're ruining a perfect Bronco," but it's not perfect. It has a lot of good parts, but the floor was rotted, and also it got hit. It got hit pretty hard on the rear driver's side. The axle broke. It's bent. I don't know what kind of damages to the frame because you will have to put on the frame rail on the frame rack to really know. But I got it for parts, so I'm sorry. I hope I don't get anyone mad out there, especially Bronco fans. I'm a Ford guy, and this is actually my first Bronco too, and I'm in love with this thing. The potentials are just endless. I'm gonna do a walk around video. I think after this one, this is gonna be a two-part. I'm just throwing this out there. I guess some people just love seeing parts being taken out of vehicles. But here, as you can see here, I'm trying to save, the things that I think I may need. But I'm going to go over the stack of parts that I got, and some of the stuff is just going to the trash. Here I'm taking the engine apart. I can't put an engine hoist out there on the grass. So what I did was I took the intake off, the heads, and right now it's just sitting out there. I took the motor mounts off, and I'm hoping I can, pick it up and just at least throw it on the ground for now, because I'm going to chop the whole thing up. I'm chopping the frame. Everything is coming out, and I'm just going to scrap it. I started taking the hubs out. I took the hubs out, and I'm going to save the axles. In the future, I would love, if I can, to put either a 1 ton or a 3/4 ton drivetrain under it, because these axles they're so thin. I'm sure it'll do its job if you don't really go out there and dog it and send it too hard. It'll do some four-wheeling, maybe not some rock crawling, but it'll do some four-wheeling. But yeah, the axles are very thin on this thing. So I'm sure if I hit it too hard, they may break or snap. So I'm going to take both of the front axles off, save them. The rear axle, I can only take the right side. The left side broke. It broke off. It's got the tires you can see right there. But I just put it on there to get it off the trailer when I brought it home. I left this little video clip here. By the way, I'm using my surveillance cameras, which it worked out great, because this is like this is like video that I can download and use in my footage. So this is my wife. We have some watermelons planted on the side of the house, and I think she threw down on the corner of my little area there, enclosed area that's got the green tarp, like 4 seeds. And we've already, to date, we probably got like 4 melons, and it still has like maybe 4 or 5 more. But I live in Texas. It's so dry. We try to water them every day. Sometimes we forget. There's one there, pretty nice, decent size. At the time of me making this video, it's still there. But I think it's time to pick them. There's 2. I think there's 3 left now. But anyways, thank you for watching, and this is part 1 of part 2 of taking the truck apart.